The beautiful wound. Let me ask you something. Why do you pull back before you even start? Why do you hold your breath every time you're about to take that step forward?
You think you're protecting yourself, but you're not. You're trapping yourself, and deep down, you know it. There's a wound inside you, one you don't talk about, one you try to cover up. You treat it like something ugly, something broken. But what if that wound is the reason you're still standing? What if that pain you keep hiding is the reason you're still breathing? I knew a man who tried to make something out of clay. Every day, that clay collapsed in his hands. His friends laughed. His neighbors called him a fool. They said he wasn't built for it. But you know what they didn't see? Every time that clay broke, it told him something. It taught him how to move, how to wait, how to feel. That broken clay wasn't failure. It was the lesson. You think failure means it's over. But failure, my friend, is just a mirror that shows you where you still need to grow. And if you don't face it, you stay the same. Weak, silent, scared. Every time you back down from failure, you choose to stay stuck. You choose not to become who you could be. Listen to me. Failure is not your enemy. It's your coach. It's your classroom. It's your wake-up call. And if you don't answer, you stay asleep for the rest of your life. You want to grow. You want to win. Then stop running from the things that hurt. The pain is trying to teach you something. It's trying to build you. It's trying to wake up the fire inside you. But you're too busy running. Look around. Look inside. The strongest people you know, they've been through something. They got wounds. They got scars. But they didn't let it stop them. They let it shape them. So the question aren't if you'll fall. You will. The real question is, will you get up different? Will you get up stronger? Or will you let the wound keep bleeding while your life passes you by? You don't grow in comfort. You grow in the wound. So stop hiding it. Look it in the eye and let it make you who you were meant to be.
The comfort zone built up. Be honest with me. How many times have you told yourself, I'll do it tomorrow? How many times have you felt the pull to do something bigger, but then backed away because it didn't feel safe?
Let me tell you something. Safety aren't always your friend. Sometimes it's your trap, and you don't even see the bars. Most people don't live in cages made of steel. They live in cages made of comfort. They sit in rooms called routine, sleep in beds made of just enough, and spend their whole lives trying not to rock the boat. But that's not living. That's waiting to die. I knew a man who fished the same spot every single day. He caught enough to get by. But when someone told him there were bigger fish in deeper waters, he shook his head and said, what if I get lost? And just like that, he stayed where he was. He chose fear over growth. He chose average over unknown. That's how the comfort zone works. It makes you think you're safe. But really, it's just stealing your future one slow day at a time. You're not standing still. You're slowly sinking. Science calls it loss aversion. Your brain hates losing more than it loves winning. So it keeps you stuck in the familiar, stuck in the routine. But let me tell you this, just because something feels safe doesn't mean it's right. You think stepping out is risky. Staying in the same place forever is the biggest risk of all. The Stoics knew what we forgot. That strength comes from struggle. That comfort is not. Your teacher pain is when life stripped Seneca of everything. He didn't beg for safety. He leaned into the storm. And in that storm, he found himself. You won't grow in your comfort zone. You won't rise. You won't find your fire. That fire lives just past your fear, just past the doubt, just past the walls you built around yourself. So let me ask you again, are you living or just staying alive? Because every second you waste in comfort is a second you lose from becoming what you were built to be. The door's not locked. It never was. But you've got to be brave enough to walk through it. reality. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you thought about the fact that you're going to die? Not someday, not in theory, but for real. You, me, all of us, we're on a clock. But here's the problem. Most people walk around like they got forever, like they can just keep putting things off. I'll do it later. I'll chase that dream one day. One day, what if that day never comes? I knew a man who spent his whole life planning to write a book. He talked about it for 40 years. Collected notes, bought journals, waited for the perfect time. That time never came. He died with the story still inside him. That book never made it to the world because he never made it out of his own way. That's the danger. We live like time is unlimited, but it's not. And the scariest part, you never know when your last day will come. Could be 50 years from now. Could be tomorrow morning. Psychologists call it temporal discounting. It means we ignore the future because the present feels more real. But let me tell you something. That future is coming, whether you believe it or not. And if you're not ready, it'll crush you with regret. The Stoics had a word for this memento mori. Remember death, not to be scared of it, but to be reminded of what's real, what matters, what can't wait. You think you got time to figure it all out. You think you can keep waiting for the right moment. The right moment is a lie. You make the moment right by acting in it. The graveyard is full of people who had big plans, who thought they had more time, who lived careful, quiet, unfinished lives. And now they're gone. Their songs never sung. Their dreams never lived. You've got this one life, this one chance. And it's not about being perfect, it's about being present. It's about being real. Stop treating your time like it's nothing, because it's everything. So, don't wait for death to wake you up. Let it remind you, you're alive. You're here, right now. You still have a chance to do something with the time you've been given. Live like your days are numbered, because they are.
The weight of other minds. Let me ask you this. How many things have you stopped yourself from doing just because you were scared of what people might think? You know what I'm talking about. That voice in your head, what if they laugh?
What if I fail in front of them? What will they say about me? But let me tell you something straight. Those people aren't even paying attention to you. They're too busy worrying about their own stuff. But you still let their opinions weigh you down like chains. You shrink yourself to make others feel comfortable. You bury your dreams so you can stay part of the crowd. And every time you do that, you lose a piece of yourself. I once knew a woman who painted like her soul was on fire. Her art could move people, but her family told her it wasn't practical. So she gave it up, got a job she hated, lived a life that wasn't hers, and now that fire's gone, replaced by regret. That's what happens when you let other people drive your life. You end up nowhere. You become a ghost in your own story. Psychologists call it the spotlight effect, we think. The world's watching us, judging our every move. But the truth, most people don't care. And the few who do, their judgment says more about them than it ever will about you. The Stoics said it best. What other people think of you is none of your business. You don't control their thoughts. You only control your own actions, your own choices, your own path. So why are you living like their opinions are gospel? Why are you editing your life to fit inside their small view of the world? You were not put on this earth to fit in. You were built to stand out, to speak your truth, to do what sets your soul on fire, even if no one claps, even if they mock you, even if they leave, because the ones who matter, they'll see you. The ones who don't, let them go. You've got something inside you, a voice, a vision, a gift, but it only comes alive when you stop living for their approval and start living for your purpose. So, stop looking around. Stop waiting for permission. Start moving. Start living. This is your life. Make it yours. The alchemy of becoming, let me ask you something. What if everything you're running from is exactly what you need to run toward? What if your pain, your struggle, your failure isn't the end of your story, but the start of who you really are? See, we've been lied to. Told that struggle is a sign we're on the wrong path. That if it hurts, it must be wrong. But I'm here to tell you the truth. Struggle is the path. The fire is where you're born. I knew a blacksmith once. He told me something I'll never forget. He said, steel doesn't get strong by staying cold. It has to be heated, beaten, shaped again and again, or it stays weak. Same goes for you. You don't grow when it's easy. You grow when it's hard. There's a real thing in psychology called post-traumatic growth. It means some people, after going through the worst moments of their life, come out stronger than ever. Not broken, built. Not defeated, defined. Why? Because they didn't waste their pain. They used it. You think it's all falling apart. Maybe it's falling into place. Maybe life is stripping away the lies so you can finally meet the real you. The Stoics had a saying, what stands in the way becomes the way. That wall in front of you, it's not there to stop you. It's there to shape you. It's there to push you into the next version of yourself. The one that's ready for more. But here's the key. Growth is not automatic. Just because you suffered doesn't mean you'll rise. You have to choose what you do with it. You can stay bitter, or you can get better. You can stay broken, or you can start building. Your scars, they're not shameful. They're proof that you showed up for the fight. They're proof that you didn't back down. They're the receipts for every battle you've survived. So stop hiding your pain. Stop pretending everything's fine. Use what hurts you. Use what tried to break you. Let it be the reason you become more, not less. You're in the fire, right? Now, but that's where transformation happens. You're not falling apart. You're being rebuilt. Stronger, wiser, unstoppable. This is not the end. This is your becoming.